What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? The real MVPs here today. We gonna go over what's in my tackle box. So, a lot of guys might have garages, rooms, tackle storage, man caves, all those things filled with all these lures. I'm not one of those guys. In my box, pretty much what I got, you know what I'm saying? I have a hard time buying lures and putting them on the wall for them to just sit there. If I'm buying a lure, I'm probably going to use that. So I don't have tons of money to be building tackle rooms. I don't have tons of money to buy all this tackle and put it away to the side. That's just me, you know. So what is in my box, and what does it mean when I say real MVP, no Guggen? You will not find one Guggen bait in this box. So what do I throw? What do I use? Just because it is not in my box doesn't mean that I don't throw it. I might not have it. Like I said, I don't have all the money to go put all these lures to the side and have for a rainy day. So with that being said, what do I throw? Stuff I might not have in here that I use. Some stuff I might have in here that I don't use a lot. But just because it's not in my box doesn't mean that I don't use it. So I might have stuff that I use that I need right now that are not in my box. So, and don't judge me, guys. A lot of my stuff I tried to organize earlier this year, but then you get to fishing and you just throw stuff where it isn't supposed to go. So plain old duffel as a tackle bag. That's what I use. It's a plain old duffel. Got pockets on the sides. Zips up very sturdy and very nicely. I don't know, had it for like, I don't even know now. Maybe 5-6 years, maybe going on around like 5-6 years. Maybe longer, maybe shorter. But it's held up great within however long I've had it. Alright. So this we got right here is the Crawls and Creatures box. I'm not sure if it's all Crawls and Creatures in it. Like I said, sometimes you get to fishing and you just throw stuff in there. So we'll see what's in it. That's why I said it's always a surprise. You never know what you're gonna find in the box. Got a couple of these custom Crawls. They were hand poured from a dude I met off Facebook. We got some Pit Bosses, Bruiser Baits, Intruder. Gotta have those. Gots to have those. The Intruder. One of my favorite baits is the Intruder. It's very versatile. Can go in and out of grass. Here's some more custom Crawls from another guy on Facebook. Gene LaRue Hammer Crawl. Then here's the Speed Crawl, the Zoom Speed Crawl. Another Hammer Crawl. Got them to try the 6 cents, whatever this is. I don't even know what they call it. Little double tail grub type deal. Gotta have the Molix Creature. Gots to have it. More Pit Bosses from Berkeley. We got some jig chunks. Little chunks. Woolly Bug. I want to say this called a Woolly Bug. Structure bugs. Berkeley Jester. Culprit. This is a Culprit just like a jig trailer, but instead of the craws being up top like they would on a regular craw, they're in the middle. So it helps eliminate some of those short strikes on the craws whenever you're having the craw, whenever you're just having them take the craw or whatever. This bait right here, like I said, has the craw in the middle of it. So it's for those short strike fish. It's for those fish that just ain't taking the bait quite as much as you want it to. This is a culprit. I forgot what they name it, but it's made by Culprit. And if you want something like that, little chunk, just a little small, bite-sized little trailer, go check them out. I think Zoom makes them, possibly. It's not Zoom, it's somebody similar to the brand. They stopped making these. I wish they didn't. This is a craw shad, a Bass Pro Shop craw shad, and it's the same as a Christie craw as far as profile. It's literally the same as a Christie craw, but the plastic is harder. So I feel like I get way more vibration, way more thump out of this bait than I do a Christie craw. Same profile, literally the same profile. Here's another bait with the craws in the middle of it. That's a crack craw, Bass Pro Shop crack craw. As you can see, no Guggen baits in here so far. Let's go to the next box. So here's my fluke box. It's not set up completely how I want it right now, but I do have multiple colors in there. Brim colors. Gotta have the shad colors. Shad. Gotta have the brim colors. And now I'll fish a what's not in here because you can't mix them, but I will fish Z-Man soft jerk baits as well. But the thing with those is they have a higher, they float higher in the water column. So with the Zoom super fluke, it's gonna actually sink, you know, how you want it. But then with a Z-Man, it's just gonna kind of float there, boop boop, you'll pop it and it'll just kind of stay right there floating in the same water column, which is good in the spring when you have a lot of grass growing and it's shallow and you can't really let the bait dive down and bury into the grass, or you're gonna ruin a cast when it might only be a 2 foot opportunity, 1 foot opportunity. You gotta make a specific cast at a specific place and you need that bait to stay up. That's when that Z-Man soft jerk bait comes into play. I can keep it right there. It'll just float and it'll just stay there. Now it don't float like a topwater, but if you put a light enough hook on it, it will remain buoyant. Nothing too fancy in the soft jerk bait box. Got a swim jig in there. Like I said, sometimes you go fishing and Menace grub, Strike King, Menace, Menace Grub, Strike King. I don't know what this is. Not a big fan of it. Don't really throw it a lot. The tail's too still. It's too, I don't know. Got some Kitex. Like I said, for some reason, lizards and worms made it into the flute box. Got the lizard box, so let's see what's in here. So first of all, I got some custom lizards, and they're called Cobras. They're made by Red Alert Lures here in Louisiana, and you can see they're a little bit different. I mean, I love a curly tail, ribbon tail lizard, but if you need something straight for a shaky head, anything like that, Carolina rig, and you want to try something different, try something crazy, try these little Cobras by Red Alert Lures. We got some water dragons. Now I thought these were gonna be a whole lot smaller when I bought them online, but they're big lizards. They're really big compared to a regular lizard. On to the regular lizards, we have those as well. So got regular lizards, all colors, Zoom and young. I don't discriminate. Brush hog. But then I got a couple that I actually think are you know, legit. So these were the Berkeley Havoc. I forgot what they called these. They weren't lizards, they were I forgot what they called these, but these were Berkeley Havocs whenever they had them going out. So I still got a couple of these left, but you can get these Cabin Creek lizards. See, these right here are legit, especially in the pre-spawn, especially when the water's still cold. Compared to a big lizard, or a regular lizard, here's how small these are. And these are like, I don't even know how long they are. But what I do is, I put a screw lock on them. Because you don't, you know, whenever you put a regular Texas rig on them, the hook will go through the body. So what I do is, I just put a screw lock hook, rig it up, and then you always have this bait. You can say you can fish this bait all day. So weightless, and you might not throw weightless, you might not like weightless, but I'm telling you, this little lizard on a weightless rig with a screw lock hook is money, especially in the pre-spawn, or especially when those fish just aren't really wanting to eat. You just give them an easy meal, and them were made by Cabin Creek, and that's a little honey hole bait right there, boy. Terminal box. It really needs to be refilled and redone. I keep a few baits and stuff in there. We got tube hooks, got a wacky tool. This right here is also made by Red Alert Lures. It's a Louisiana triple threat rig, and it's just like an Alabama rig, but it only has 3 wires with a blade in the middle, and it has the ability to fold in and fold up, so you can store it in your tackle box. So, made by a company here in Louisiana, Red Alert triple threat rig. That is what this is called. I want to say they come pre-rigged too, with screw lock hooks and all you gotta do is fish them. Got tubes, swim baits, stuff for brim, like a little minnow, trout baits, little crappie baits, drop shot weights, more lizards, more hooks, 4-aught, 3-aught, flipping hooks as well, trocar flipping hooks. Got some worm hooks. There's nothing too fancy in the terminal box. Spinner bait, got a couple spinner baits in there. Be fishing, and a lot of times I'll just throw crap in there. I got a jig in the terminal box. I got a rigged Texas rig that all I gotta do is, if you watch my video on how to reuse bobber stops, all I gotta do is reuse this bobber stop. Flukes, worms, worm hooks. If you haven't tried these Eagle Claw worm hooks, Brent Chapman round bend worm hook, 3-aught, 4-aught, they're pretty sharp. They're actually legit. Now we get to the boxes that I play in the most. So these are my, like, if I left these boxes at the house, it's not gonna be a good day for fishing for me. And as you can see, well, I got a lot of hard baits, top water jerk baits, things like that. So we'll go through them like this. Got a custom jerk bait, H2O Express jerk bait, suspending. We got another custom jerk bait right here, made from a dude. Devil Horse, Smithwick Devil's Horse. Gotta have one of those. Matter of fact, gotta have 2 of those. Ozark Trail, Whopper Plopper, their version of the Whopper Plopper. Trash. Here's the custom jerk baits. Stephen Kramer, shout out. Another custom jerk bait. Custom buzz baits made by me. More custom jerk baits. So that's 4 right there. This isn't custom, but this is a jerk bait. I don't know what brand. I'm assuming Rapala. More buzz baits. We got more buzz baits in there. Little brim color. I had to switch it up on them, you know. Little brim colors. Spinner baits. Got a few of those in this box. Custom, made by me. Buzz plug. Old school bait. Mini buzz bait. Pop-R, the Pop-R. More jerk baits. I mean crankbaits. I apologize. Here's a custom crankbait. Wapsie in Iowa made that. A lipless crankbait. Jig. Custom vibrating jig that I made just playing around, just to see if I could make one. Another jig. Another top water Pop-R. This isn't a pop art. This is a H2O Express popper. So if it's not the actual pop art, it's probably going to be a H2O Express. So that's pretty much all the stuff in that little box right there. Big old top water. So got one of those. It's Bill Lewis stutter step. Stupid big. Still never caught anything on it. But also haven't thrown it on the lake. Just thrown it on ponds. But every time I pull this out, all my friends are like, "What the heck is that?" Frogs. Multiple topwater frogs. So we got popping frogs, regular frog, and we even got a brim style topwater hollow belly. We got a topwater. This is a Berkeley Jaywalker. Gotta have your knife so you can cut your line. You gotta have. This box is filled with nothing but spinnerbaits and jigs, basically. So we got jigs for days in this box, and I mean any color you can think of, I probably have it. There's your reds, shad color. Peanut butter jelly time. Beautiful. That thing right there, boy. Sexy. And all these jigs are made by me. Southern Classic. Beautiful. Another beautiful jig color. Brim color spinnerbait. Now these are all color. These are all custom spinnerbaits as well. Another purple spinnerbait. Little mini jig, little finesse. White spinnerbait. Couldn't tell you how many fish this done caught. Another brim, bluegill color spinnerbait. I fish a lot of ponds, so I don't have a lot of shad bait. I have a lot of brim and bluegill bait, so that's why you see me throw a lot of these brim and bluegill imitations. So another bluegill spinnerbait, purple, got some purple in it. Spinnerbait I recently just made that I had for sale, nobody got, so I went ahead and took it myself. Springtime big nasty boy. This right here, I ain't gonna show it too much. Another brim color. This thing right here is beautiful. It's got a little green, blue, purple, everything you want. You have a good old worm box. So, as I said, some baits might be in here that really isn't supposed to be. Got another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spinnerbait made by yours truly. H2O Express popper, zoom, trick worm. Gotta have those. Sinkos. Mighty Bite. Another Mighty Bite swim bait. Who do you know that has Mighty Bites? Staying on the swim bait train, we got the power bait swim baits. From Berkeley. Big old worm. Got some beautiful jigs in here. Like I said, sometimes you just got to cut it off and toss it and tie something else on. So I still got jigs for days in the worm box. As you can see, I probably cut the jig off and went straight to the worm. Cane thumper. I don't know what this little bougie booty is. Got a Ned worm. I don't even throw Ned rigs. I think my boy gave me that just to have, just to throw, and I don't even throw Ned rigs. So I found this at a creek. Big old jelly worm. We got some more Cinco. This is a custom Cinco. Another one of those custom Cincos. Pink trick worm. I don't know what kind of worm this is. I think, what is this? This is a man's jelly worm, just a small version of it. Or not a jelly worm, but it's a man's worm. I don't know if it's called a jelly worm. Don't let me get the line to you. Culprit worms. We got yum worms. We got zoom worms. But that's pretty much everything. I mean, to the extent of it anyway. It was just in the boxes. So that was basically all my boxes. As you can see, no Guggen stuff. No Guggen stuff. So here's some more stuff that's on the side. Zoom lizards, power worms, got a stringer, extra batteries for your scale. Those probably need to be replaced. Another little spinnerbait, little worms and lizards and stuff like that. Jig that I cut off and just threw in the box. Beautiful jig, beautiful. Some more of these Eagle Claw Brent Chapman hooks. It's just a random bag full of soft jerk baits. Another random bag. But check this Cinco out. Some lizards. Big bite bait. Cane thumper. Gotta have my scale. Zoom finesse worms, finesse trick worms. Big bite bait, BLE. Shout out Bradley Hallman. Zoom lizard. Strike King Rage Crawl. Gotta have those. Gotta have the tubes. What brand is this? Strike. These are Strike King tubes. Culprit worms. Rage Crawl. Chatterbait. Fresh in the box. Shout out to my boy for giving me those. Soft jerk baits. Zoom. Random bag of lizards and trick worms. You can tell this was springtime. Lizards. But not just any lizard. Lizard with that fire tail on it, baby. Yes, sir. More cane thumpers on Big Bite. And that's pretty much it, guys. Everything else that's in there is loose litter. So it was basically not in a pack, and I'm not digging in the bottom, risking getting poked by hooks and all that other crap right now. And just in case you ever need dividers for your tackle boxes, I got a crap ton of those in here. Got some weights, extra line. Gotta have the bug spray. Gotta have. Now this crap, they just bite right through it. I recommend cutter if you're gonna get anything, but whatever. I got other stuff that I haven't shown in the video, obviously, but if you're interested in stuff like this, if you enjoyed this video, enjoyed the content, and you want to see more stuff like that, or see things that I have, just comment below and let me know what you want to see. Like I said, missing a few things here and there, but I'm the type of fisherman, bring what you got, go bust their head, you heard me? TheReelMVP, as you can see, what wasn't in there, no Guggen baits at all, you heard me? None. At all. Real MVP.